Today on Toy Shiz, we're finally going to be answering the age-old question, who is under the red hood? Hello, welcome back everyone, Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again for yet another McFarlane Toys x DC Direct video. Today we're going to be checking out the reissue of the Jason Todd Red Hood from the Batman The Adventures Continue comic book line. This is a what-if kind of scenario. The Batman Adventures was kind of an offshoot comic book series of the original Batman the Animated Series, but largely it's its own contained universe. It shares some similarities, but well, now that we have the Red Hood, not really. Here's the barcode if you needs it. However, mine came in from Entertainment Earth. I will put a link down in the description below. He is in stock, and he'll save you 10%. So, this is going to be an absolute blast. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys X DC Direct reissue of the Jason Todd Red Hood from Batman The Adventures Continue. And right before we get started, I just want to point out that this Red Hood is a great looking figure, but there are in fact two Jason Todd Red Hoods for this new reissue. In fact, it does come with the exact same accessories, they're just colored a little bit differently. So the platinum one will be more in the vein of the direct DVD featurette Under the Red Hood, / more of the comic book vibe, even though this other one is the comic book vibe. It's a little all over the place. Pick your poison. You want the brown coat? You want the black coat? Either way, it looks pretty darn cool if you ask me. Now, the standard edition, normal looking Red Hood, I guess you would say, comes with a variety of accessories, like this rocket launcher. And it is painted to the nines, which I'm so happy to say. They've completely redone it all. The Batarang, the Red Hood Batarang is pretty darn cool. And then you get a ton of extra hands, all of which have some of that nice animated series shading on them. The unmasked Jason Todd is pure TNBA. Although the figure is a little bit more BTAS, it's a nice melding of the two, but I like the design. Red Hood himself, this is a very cool what-if action figure. And McFarlane Toys / DC Direct have really offered a great reissue, which I'm really happy to say. All of it is painted nicely, all the articulation looks great, and it probably goes without saying that the reason that it's so good is because it's of the last figures released when DC Direct were making these, so they probably have everything ready to rock and roll. And in particular, I really love that they have painted the patches for his professor coat sort of look. I definitely dig that on the elbows. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. He does come with his gun. Now, in this version of Red Hood for the animated series / Adventures Continue, he just has one gun in a sort of side saddle bag that drapes across, kind of like Hobgoblin. The articulation is a little bit limited. The animated look really works with this articulation, although I really wish that you could have moved the head a whole heck of a lot more. It basically just turns left and right, and it's kind of at an angle, but you have the feet, the knees, no peg holes. They do come with stands a la the other animated series releases. So through and through, this is a fantastic animated offering. But what's really a nice standout is that regardless of which version you pick up, or you pick up both, it's up to you, they're both really nice. The platinum has a nice black jacket. The gray for the turtleneck goes up just below his neck, and he does come with a solid black gun in juxtaposition to the other Red Hood, who has a white grayish gun. In either case, both can hold the Red Hood helmet. Both are painted beautifully. So whichever one you go for, whichever is your poison, you pick it, you got it, it'll look good in your animated series collection because it doesn't matter. He was never on the show. This is part of that spin-off comic to Batman Adventures. But what I do appreciate is that in all cases of all the accessories and everything included, it all works. It all makes sense, and that is so refreshing to say for the animated reissues. From the guns to then the rocket launchers. I will say this, you'll have to heat up the trigger finger hands to get the rocket launchers going properly, or you could just use the regular open hands. It's up to you. Whichever you want to use, it will definitely work. And the whole Red Hoodarangs. Yeah, you have a different ways of holding him with the various hands that he comes with. See how refreshing it is to go like, look at this, look at this, look at this. Batman the Animated Series with Red Hood Jason Todd. Now, in continuity, like I said, it does not fit in canon with Batman the Animated Series. It's just not going to work because there are things in the Adventures Continue comic that, when you look at it episodically, storylines, how Jason Todd fought Firefly, even though in the animated continuity he didn't show up until you can just think whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. You can have fun with this character on your shelf, and that's all that's important. Because, like I said, as long as it looks good, as long as it works, it's totally awesome. And for those of you wondering, from my last video of the Mezco animated series offerings, just in case these were to scale for whatever reason, even though the Kenner 5-inch ones didn't, there you go. You can see them firsthand. So that is going to wrap it up for my quick look at the brand new McFarlane Toys X DC Direct reissues of the Batman The Adventures Continue Jason Todd Red Hood. Is there ever a McFarlane release these days where it's not 50 million sentences to describe what we got in the packaging? This is a home run. Well done. More of this. More thought. You did it. This is what I would want to have seen with other animated reissues, especially the Target exclusive Batman the Animated Series line. You've heard my thoughts. Now I'm curious to know yours. You comment below. We'll talk about it. Red Hood, what do you think? And until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.